Hello there! Today we are doing something a little different and I'm going to take you on a tour of my resin room, something I've had a lot of requests for. So if you're interested in seeing how we have our production set up, then stay tuned. Welcome to our resin workroom. This is where we do all of our pouring, anything with resin, big pieces, small pieces, all of the above. It's all done in this room. If any of you have been following us on Instagram, you might know this is actually a newer space for us. When we very first started this business 3 years ago, we were actually in a smaller room of the house. So this room is actually double what that size was. So it's been really nice to be able to have more space, especially with 3 of us working in here. There's a lot of room. So I'm just going to kind of walk around and just kind of explain what I have and why I have it, where I got it from if I can remember, and just kind of let you know how I have everything set up. I will put links to everything in the description if I can find a link for it. Like I said, some of this stuff I've had like since I started the business 3 years ago, so it might not be around anymore. But what I can link, I will link in the description if you want to purchase anything. So our main setup here, you can see we kind of have, we're basically using every bit of wall space in this room. On this whole side here, we have a table set up. We have a dresser. This is like just a wooden dresser, an antique dresser that we have that we were using in a bedroom. Now it's in here. And then on this side, we also have more tables. I know you can only see like part of this side, but I'm going to switch the camera over later so that you can see it. But we essentially have tables, and then another table and storage in the back. So this is kind of like the best way we've found to have like maximum table space so that we can get as many orders done as we can. In this room right now, we are currently working on 18 different orders. The size of this room allows us to have about 18 orders going on at one time. In different various stages, of course. So in the stages, we've got this side of the room is where we do all of our like main pieces, our larger pieces. So tables, 12-inch, 9-inch, anything that's considered a main piece on our website is all done on this side of the room. In this middle section here, this is where we do all of our smaller add-on pieces. And then I'll tell you what we do on that side of the room and when we get to that side. But each side is a phase. And on this side, this is like our mixing area over here. So under these main tables over here, we also have these, they're like tool chest boxes that I got from Home Depot. They're actually perfect for housing our molds. So like these top drawers are a little thinner. We keep all of our alphabet molds in, our book and molds, anything that's like a mold that's like 3 inches or smaller, we keep in these top drawers. And then the bottom drawers are about 6 inches deep. So all of our moldy molds that are mostly 5 inches tall all fit in there perfectly. So all of these, we have 3 chests, 1 under each table. All of our molds fit in there nicely. And then we've got silicone mats on every table just to keep them kind of as clean as humanly possible, because resin is much easier to clean off of silicone. And like I know a lot of people like cover their tables in like those plastic sheets or like plastic tablecloths that you can get from Dollar Tree. Nothing against that. That's just a lot of mess and work and having to take them off and clean them off all the time. I personally think it's easier to just have the silicone mats on here because we can just literally peel the resin off instead of having to constantly change them out all the time. So that's just how I personally like to do it. This particular silicone mat, these black ones that we have came from Amazon. And then these white ones over here came from Counterculture. Let me see here. I also have on each set of table a lamp. These are movable, which is really nice because I can put it just about anywhere I need it to be. I can go sideways if I need to, but if I'm like working on bubbles or something, this is really easy to work with. And I have one on each table, so I have plenty of light. And then you'll also notice we've got a bunch of these. These are like food tents that you can get on Amazon. Mostly people use them when they're like outside at a picnic or whatever, but they work perfectly in here for dust and hair while all of our pieces are curing. We have minimal dust and hair issues in here. There will be one every once in a while, but these do a really good job of keeping them clean. But as far as like space goes, like I was saying, in our old room, it was like half this size. So we only had like a couple of tables, like 2 or 3 tables in there. And we were only able to work on like 3 orders at a time. So this is much nicer, very widespread out. You'll notice on the floor we have like a little carpet here. This is like an outdoor rug that I got off of Amazon just to help keep the floor like free of resin. And then on the back here, you'll see that we've got 2 metal shelving units here. This side is where we keep all of our measuring and mixing buckets. You'll see some of them are turned over because they have resin in it, so they're just curing so we can clean them out later. And then on this side over here, this is where we keep the resin that we're currently working with. Any resin excess resin that we have is stored in a closet that's actually behind where the camera is right now, but we only keep the resin that we are going to be immediately using in this room because it's warmer in here. So we keep extra resin in the closet behind there, just where it's like more room temperature versus always staying heated. So just what we need is in here to use. And then this table right here, this is where we also do some mixing. Two areas for mixing right here. And then we can also have our smaller molds like wine stoppers, ornaments, ring trees, things like that are stored over here. Trying to think of anything else that's on this side. Oh, let's talk about this. So I do have 3 different monitors in this room. I have a monitor up there, a monitor right here in the middle of the room, and a monitor on that side of the room. The reason I have 3 monitors is because I want to make sure that I can accurately have an average temperature in the room. So if we look at all of these, this monitor here says it's 82 degrees in this room. And this monitor says it's 78 degrees in this room. And this monitor says it's 77. So pretty average, right? So 77, 78-ish. The reason why that monitor is a little higher is because this wall is a sun-facing wall, and it's the afternoon in Texas, so it's hot. So it's going to be a little bit warmer, which is also why we don't have any pieces being poured on this wall, because we don't want the extra heat from that wall to impact the curing times of the resin. So this is just a mixing and storage wall here. But basically the temperature is pretty average of what we want it to be in here. This is a consistent temperature for this room that we like to keep it at. That's what we have personally found to work best with our process. So I've got all 3 of them in here too, just to make sure that they're all working. If you just have one monitor in here, how can you for sure know that it's actually working? So we have 3. We do have 2 humidity monitors. This one has humidity monitor, and that one also has a humidity monitor. So it's about 30-ish% in this room based on the 2. So that's pretty good. We like to keep our room at least below 40. I like to keep it in the 30 range personally. But that at least lets us know what we're averaging on there. We also have 2 TVOC monitors, one on this side of the room and one on this side of the room. Again, like if you only have one monitor, how do you know that it's accurate? So both monitors are very similar to each other. So they're only off by a little bit, but they're both saying that it's low. So that's all that matters. As long as they're both low, that's all that matters. So one on each side of the room, so we know what the average of the room is. Let me see, anything else on this side? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the other side. I'll move the camera over to the other side of the room so you can see this side, and I'll explain what's over here on this side too. All right, so here is the other side of the room that you can see. So you can see here that I've got the same tables on this side as that side, all IKEA tables. These ones are a little bit taller though. I bought the extension legs so that I can make them more of like counter height versus like table height. So these 2 are nice and tall so that they can store things under, and then this one I have down kind of low. But this particular table, this is my mixing area. The table over here that I had just told you about is where Stephen and Jennifer mix. So we each have our own like station to mix. So this is where I do mine. And then underneath it is where we have our storage of the flowers, of the clients that are in this room. So not all of our clients are right here, just the ones that are currently in this room that we're pouring. So these are shelving units from Michael's, and then the boxes are scrapbook boxes from Michael's too. So that's this particular section. This one here, this middle table is where we normally do our trays, but we don't have any trays right now, so we're doing some extra add-on pieces on here. We also have our air purifier underneath this table, so that it's nice and open and it can pull the air from the whole room to keep it nice and clean. Our TVOC monitors tell us that it's working, so that's where we keep that. And then this table over here is where we do all of our top coats and flood coats when we need to. And underneath it is another metal shelf that holds, that stores our trays that we have and extra supplies like mixing cups and baby wipes and things like that. And then in this corner, I don't think you can see it either from this angle, but this is where we have our space heater that stays on 24/7 so that our room is consistently at the temperature that we need it to be to pour and cure correctly. So that's basically this side. I've got lights on this side again. This one can actually go from this table to that table, so save me a little bit of money to only have to buy one. Got one on that side as well. And then I've also got our masks hanging on the wall over here. Anything else on this side? Nope, don't think so. You can see got pictures and a sign up here. Before we started doing the flower preservation business, I was actually a wedding photographer. This used to be my office. Also why you saw the 3 portraits in the background earlier. This used to be my photography office where I met with clients and did their wedding galleries and things like that. So that's why you still see these. Just decided not to take the decoration down because it's still pretty. Over here, kind of the last area of this room, we have our little rolly cart for our trays. Each of our clients, when we design their pieces, the designs, flower designs go in a tray. Each tray has a little sticky note with their name on it. These are leftover flowers, but this is usually filled with each order that we're going to bring in. So right now we don't have anything in here. We'll bring in the next rolly cart of trays that has designs on it to do those next orders, and then they just stay over here until all of the pieces are complete. And then we also have this little extra cart in here for more storage. This is one of those like kitchen carts, has a little granite countertop, kind of an area for wine bottles, but we're obviously not using it for that. It stores, we've got a little drawer here for wooden tongue depressors and skewers and other mixing things. Keep our trash bags here and our other table covers, extra table covers that we are here, paper towel, things like that, and our other TVOC monitors on here. And then on this wall right here, you can kind of see a little bit. This is where we keep all of our client paperwork. So on each shelf that's on here is a clipboard with all of our clients' information, like what they're ordering, so that we can check off as we go to make sure that we get all of their pieces made and we don't miss anything. These shelves are also from IKEA, so cheap little shelves from IKEA. And these were from the rolly cart trays were from Joanne. But I think, if I'm looking around, I think that's pretty much everything that's in this room. If you have any questions about what I showed you, if I didn't mention anything, like I said, I will have links for everything that I can link to purchase down in the description area that's underneath the video, so that you can buy anything that you want to buy. I'll put all of that on there. But if there was anything that I maybe didn't, that I missed, you have questions about how I did something, just let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can get all the next videos that are coming. I have another one coming next week. And as always, if you ever have any questions or like ideas for new videos that you want to see, different things you want to learn from me, let me know in the comments as well, and I can create videos for you. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.